Yo, what's up? It's your boy Rabbit Cat's Ass Wash coming at you guys with another video. Yeah.
Let me stop. Alright guys, I'm bringing you guys another vlog and have the crazy camera filter on again. You guys seem to like this. Maganda oats. And so what I want to talk to you guys in this video is I wanted to kind of do like a little review on the videos that I uploaded this week, and just kind of, they weren't really like controversial videos, but it was like one of the more, you know, sensitive topics that I was talking about than I usually do. And so I just wanted to kind of go over the videos and just kind of give a short description of what I was trying to get my point across. Because a lot of the times when I do commentaries, I don't really get the whole point across. And then later when I read comments, I'm like, oh, I probably should have mentioned that. Probably should have said that, whatever. So the first video I'm talking about is playing amateur teams and getting recognized. And in that commentary, someone asked me, why don't professional teams scrim against amateurs? And basically I said, you know, we don't have time to play all these amateur teams and, you know, to decide which ones are good. You know, we need to play teams that are good so we can get ourselves better. We don't have, you know, all the time in the world to really to see all these teams that are good and try to give them a chance. And really all I can say from that video is it's no practice for us playing a team and winning hardpoint 250 to 10. We do need to play against good teams for us to personally get better. Someone said, you know, it's not helping the community grow if they can't play against pro teams. Well, all I can really say to that is from a amateur that has gone pro, and you can ask any single amateur or any single pro player that was once an amateur, which is everyone. No one ever got a chance. Everyone had to make their own chance, and what I mean by that is either have to make their own team and prove to pro teams that they're good enough, or make their own team and make that team into a pro team. Go to events and win with that team. And teams like SOAR, like I said in the video, teams like SOAR and Donut Shop and all of them are good examples of teams like that. You know, they don't have pros on the team, but they're teams that could possibly go to the event and place pro. So that's really all I wanted to get across from that video. A lot of people were like saying, "Oh, you're a dick. You don't play against amateurs and all this stuff." And if I tweeted right now, Fear Needed 1, I would get hit up by probably 200 people saying that they're a top am and I should give them a chance. And it's pretty much the same principle. We don't have time to scrim with 200 people and to see who really is a top am. And we don't have time to play against teams and I mean, maybe I know at Moho, like, we used to do something in MW3 where it was like amateur showcase, and we would actually play against just like amateur teams, random amateur teams. Maybe we do need to bring something like that back. But as far as like actually, you know, we need to practice stuff. We need to play against teams that are on our level and that we know they're on our level. Because we can't really, as of right now especially, we don't really even play that much as a team. So when we do, we can't really waste time. But maybe we should bring something like the amateur showcase back and play against amateur teams and give them a chance. What else did I upload that people had a problem? 2v2 with Marksman. I mentioned this in another video. You guys were kind of hating on Marksman. I uploaded the video and did 2v2 with him instead of Moho, and you guys were saying that, you know, Marksman's not funny, Marksman sucks, Marksman is, you know, complains about connection all the time and all this stuff. And I did post a video talking about this, and it was kind of like tied into that whole growing the community thing, and Marksman posted a video. And really all I can say from that is I am still going to do 2v2s with Moho. I am going to do 2v2s with Marksman. I'm going to do it with both of them. With Moho, it's going to be more having fun. Maganda. And with Marksman, it's going to be more serious. Gotham! And so, with those two series, like I said, a lot of people that watch me and Moho don't like the fact that we just fuck around the whole time. And then a lot of people that watch the Marksman thing, you know, don't like that we're not funny. So you guys are going to get kind of the best of both. You know, with Marksman, I'll be serious. With Moho, we'll fuck around and we'll have fun. And that's going to be the way it's going to be. And I'm going to upload those videos. And I wish that really the whole point of that is, like, me and Marksman are trying to like integrate our viewers. You know, he has a viewership of pub players. I have a viewership of competitive players. He's trying to show, you know, he's trying to show public players about the competitive side, and I'm, you know, trying to show the people on my channel about him that, you know, he plays S&D pubs and it's competitive to a public point. But a lot of his viewers are like, oh yeah, I love Sharpie, and they came over and I actually gained subs from it, and all my viewers were like, man, fuck Marksman, he sucks, get him out of here, this dude's a clown, all this. And I was like, dude, you're getting destroyed in my comment section. I was like, what's going on? And he was actually like kind of mad about it. He said, you know, someone from the outside comes in and tries to help, you know, takes notice in the competitive community, and they don't even give them a chance. They just kind of shut them out. So that's pretty much all that on that video. Just want to upload another video with Marksman, show some support, and show some love to Marksman. Alright, and then the next video I did was growing competitive Call of Duty and using ad blocker. And this is probably one of the more sensitive topics that I was talking about, because not a lot of people like to hear that people make money from gaming or anything like that. And basically in the video I told people that having ad blocker on kind of it hurts the scene, the competitive scene, because we are definitely a growing community, and money does make our community what it is. Look at it like this: if you have ad blocker on and you're watching MLG stream, they're not getting paid from that. I don't know what the hell they use that money for, but if they do make more money from that, then it could lead to more. I doubt it would lead to more prize money for Call of Duty, but it would definitely, like, they would notice, like, oh, we're making more money from this, or oh, maybe we should keep Call of Duty on. We're getting more viewers. But basically, the whole point I was trying to say is, I was trying to make an analogy to music and like new people, new artists coming up in the music industry, and the fact that there's so much pirating going on with music. And I was trying to compare it to like a new streamer coming up, or a new YouTube poster, or like someone who's newly partnered on Twitch. And they're sitting there, and like someone like Assassin, who doesn't really stream that much, but I have seen Assassin go on really long stream marathons when he has like 1,000+ viewers, and he'll sit there and play pubs. And the reason being is, I'm not gonna bullshit around, every streamer does it, is because when you have 1,000 viewers, you're like, oh, I can make some money. I can make like, you know, like $30 playing this. To where if he had like 100 viewers, he would probably be like, alright, pubs are fucking boring. Everyone knows pubs are, or from a competitive standpoint, people who play competitive think pubs are boring. For the most part, everyone does. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying like pubs don't take skill, but to me, playing pubs are just boring, unless you have like a full party and you're like going in and you're just having fun and Magundian around. Oh my god. I could be like the Gerber, baby. Get your child Gerber. Alright, but no, seriously. So yeah, and that's where I was kind of going with that, you know, the smaller streamers that are partnered, they would stream more if they made more money. And so you would have more people streaming, you would have more money, and also people like Moho who are older, like 26, not really Moho, because Moho, he could make a living off of it just from like what he makes from Fear and what he makes from streaming and what he makes from YouTube. But I'm saying like older people, once they get older, if they see that they can't turn this into a career, then they quit playing. That's why you don't see a lot of older people playing, because they have to grow up and they have to get real jobs, because they don't make enough money from gaming. But I would like to see gaming in like the next few years, people to be able to make a substantial living off of it, to where everyone, you don't have to have, you know, 200,000 subs on YouTube to be making a living off of gaming. You know, you could stream with, you know, 1,000 viewers every day and be able to make a good living off of streaming. So that's pretty much where I was going from that. You know, I don't know. I don't really know. But the last video was John kills himself with his hunter killer drone. And I wanted to clear things up. Everyone was like, oh, Sharp's not even laughing. What's wrong with him? And I was actually turned like this because I was typing on the stream chat, and so I was turned like this typing. And then I just heard an explosion, and everyone started laughing. So I turned back, and I was like sitting there trying to figure out what they were laughing at. And they said John killed himself with his hunter killer drone. So that's what happened to John. He killed himself with his hunter killer drone. That's why I wasn't laughing, because I didn't know what happened until I watched it over in the stream. So everyone was like, there were some pretty funny comments. Someone was like, Sharp had fun once. It was awful. And then someone said something like, Sharp doesn't even give a fuck and all this stuff. But I just didn't even see what happened. And the last thing I want to say is we got our Fear Scuff controller here. Let me put it to Magandi regular. We got our Fear Scuff controllers today, or I did at least. You see the red buttons. I got the 2 dome sticks, the blacked out Xbox, and then you got the Fear logo right there. You flip it over. You got the 2 paddles on the back. They say Fear on them. Got the Fear paddles. Got my 2 paddles. The left one over here on this side, I don't know if you can see. I just flipped the controller around like an idiot. But the one over here on the left side, is my jump, and then this one on the right side is my B button. So I got A button, and then over here is B button. And then actually the coolest thing to me is when you turn it on, it's red LED in the middle. So that's pretty cool. Shout out to Scuf Gaming, and Scuf controllers are allowed at the COD Championship. So I will be using my Scuf controller now and doing that and scrimming with that. But I hope you guys liked this video. I was just kind of giving you guys an update on the videos and just kind of responding to comments because I feel like I can better construct what I'm trying to say over a video than just typing in the comments. So I just wanted to clear up some things on those last videos. But if you guys like this, be sure to give it a like and add to your favorites and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm almost at 30,000 subs. That's pretty cool. This is your boy Sharp. I need to make my bed. My Gandhi.